Hey guys, did you miss me? Guess what I got? Why have I got it? Because I'm trying to make life better for me and you and everyone else. We'll see how that goes. So I'll get this down. And get this light. Come on, you can do this. There we go. That's good, hopefully that'll stay. I may actually make it a bit better. Or not. Depends. It's just got to fit in nicely. That doesn't have to fit in particularly well, but I don't want it to fall apart halfway through the build, the opals or whatever else we're doing. So that's what we've got. And I've noticed that it's sort of, yeah, that's good. Got some opals here too. Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. So how are we going to do this? I need to have it like so. So I can either push it through that way. Just trying to make sure I've got it right. I reckon going straight down would be a good idea. Especially considering there's already a thing. So I just go like that. Hello viewer, how art thou? There we go, like so. I reckon that'll do it. Let's try. Going up again. There we go, and yeah. There we go. Perfect. Is that going to be good enough? Can I angle it a little bit further? I might be able to. There we go, we can do. And I can angle this further in, like so. Brilliant. Okay, so now I've got it. Essentially, you can put it around. So you can see that it's actually facing there. So when I turn this on, brilliant. That's what the general idea is. And you're seeing a little bit behind the mystique, I suppose. What a wonderful mystique. What a wonderful veneer to look behind. I've got a few opals here. We'll start that on its merry way. The other thing I've got here is I've got some rubber feet. And that's important because it reduces the vibration and the noise and makes everything a little bit more bearable for everyone. So I've got these opals here. That one I'm not going to worry about. Not today anyway. That is one of the feet I'm talking about. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get them as good as possible. Oh well. I'm just going to pull out a few of these rocks from here because I presume they're going to be good. Got some big rocks, some little rocks, some rocks of indeterminate size. There we go. And final little part of the ritual is to wash down the whole business so that you can see it. What an idea. What an idea. I'll zoom out so you can see what I'm doing. It's not a mystery. Got plenty of water, so that's good. There you are. A little bit of cleanliness just for you. Okay. Let's just quickly open this guy up. And here we go. Right. Looking good. We'll go out just a wee little bit. Just a wee little bit. A bit of a touch away. Right. Water on. Bing. So there's some other ones here, but I'm just wanting to look at these. I also want to get another light out, but we'll worry about that later. Let's turn the colour on for you. Colour on for you. Retouch on. We've only got one light going at the moment, but basically that's very lightly coloured. It should come up with something nice. Straight on there. Now this one's got some colour. I've got to find it though. It should come up trumps. Yeah, it's just up here. So that one will be a nice one, hopefully anyway. You can never guarantee, especially with these ones. These are ones which I've been hunting very carefully through to find the colours. So there's a certain amount of I'll accept whatever happens. Now it's on the end here that the colour occurs. This one has more obvious colour, but it's just a case of will it survive the cut. This one, more obvious colour as well. Oh, thanks for the like whoever did that. I'm going to say Gilly did that. Yeah, this one's got a nice bit of colour there. This one here. It's once again got great colour, but it's very, very small. As a matter of fact, I bet I can snap it already. Let's see. No, it's not snapping. That's what we call the demonstration principle. Let's say it's going to do this. No, it doesn't do that. It thumbs its nose at you. Nice bit of colour there. What I'll do is I'll just highlight the colours as I see them this time around, because there is definitely one or two which I'm looking for, which should be good. No, that one's okay, but not great. Okay, I'm just going to look inside this container here because there's definitely something. Not that one. We will be doing this one because it's nice and big, but we'll see. We're going to be, that's more of an exploration. This one, there's colour just along the edges there. This one, there's colour everywhere. It's not particularly bright though. This one, piece of wood opal, possibly even coral. Very nice. We'll see what that does. Whoops. As my father used to call it, the surgical swear word. Okay, so I don't know why I showed you that one. It's pretty boring. Putting that one down. That one will become something nice. We've got quite a few little tiddlers here, which are going to end up doing something good. That one's got a crack in it. I might not use it, but it's still pretty. So, you know, maybe for a thumbnail. That one's purple, but you can't see the purple, so I can't. I don't know why I bothered. This one is an interesting Cooper Pedy one, which has got a bit of black matrix on it. I'm going to see what that does. This one here, hopefully, is it this one? Yes, this one. This one has got a lot of colour in it. Just you'll have to believe me on that one. But it's a beautiful little opal. Just got to cut it right. I think it's on this side. Let me have a quick look. Well, we'll see. As a matter of fact, we might start with it, but we'll see. Not that one. This one here, nice bit of colour right on the edge of it. Not that one. What I think we'll do is we've got enough. We'll just get started. Might do that one too. That's just a piece of Anamooka matrix. So I'm just looking through. There, that one. That's a nice one. Piece of off cut, but it'll be making a nice little ringstone. Don't know what this one is, but I'll give it a shot anyway. Looks nice and colourful. This one I'm cutting merely to see what's underneath. I don't know, can't see anything. And I love cutting into those kinds of ones. I like, finding out. Even if there's nothing, it's just like a lotto ticket every time. My version of a scratchy. Okay, so there's this one here. That's a piece of wood opal. Hopefully that'll yield some results. So just taking all of these out so we can get to the cool ones. Man, my hands are smoking. So I've got stuff like this one here. You can see how it's just kind of glittering away there, which is kind of cool. I wouldn't say this one's glittering, but it certainly is colourful. I'm showing you now because we are going to cover these stones up with I call it a water mask. Basically, I'll have a piece of timber here to stop me from getting wet as I cut the opals, basically. I call it a water mask. Don't know what you really wouldn't want to call it. Have a look at this one. Maybe we'll start with this guy. Can't see it. Gee. Hang on. No, that's why. Got to point it the right way. Hang on. Get rid of this. Okay, so hang on. Sorry about this. The whole issue with these things is you've got to make sure that they're facing the right way, or else they're not going to give you the opal colours. Right, so we'll just face it this way, like so. Yes, thank you. And then we'll face it like so. That's better. So hopefully that will help us with the colours. Come on, show the colours now. I told all the people I'm going to show you colours. Oh, you can nearly see it. You can nearly see it. There we go. Can we see the colours there? Yeah, we can just. Alright, we'll start with that one, probably. I'm just having a look through to see if there's any other cool ones to show. Maybe that one, but we'll just get cracking, I think. Let's get crack-a-lackin'. Now we'll turn on this thing, which will make it much easier to see what's going on. Now to bring the wood block over. Zoom right in and see if you can see the colours, because it's quite nice. Seems to be washing out a bit. Oh well. Mexican jumping hopefully. Arriba, 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 ándale, ándale, ¡yeah! Still remember when I was doing a conference over in, I think it was in Korea. It was a beautiful Mexican couple that had come around, and they'd essentially paid their own way. Compared to all of us who've been given scholarships and stuff, these people had just as much qualification, except their government wasn't as generous as ours was. So they did all the hard work, and they also paid their own way, which is epic respect. One thing I learned was that I had some Chilean friends, and so I chatted with them, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm just a gringo. They were shocked about that. Why would he call himself such a pejorative term? It was then that I realised that gringo was actually quite a insulting phrase. We're a little bit insulated from that in Australia. We don't understand a lot of cultural associations. For example, racial profiling of watermelon, I have no idea. How does that even happen? Everyone okay? If it's a bit too fuzzy, I'll change it to the internal internet, but as far as I know, the other internet is better. So if you're seeing a Minecraft adventure, tell me and I'll see if I can do something about it. If not, I will continue as is. I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm seeing something pretty beautiful. I can only just see it. If you saw it here, you'd be going, that's amazing. See it on the camera, it's just so underwhelming. I'm very whelmed by that. I suppose the advantage is that I've been working with nitric acid today, and that means that Can't see the acid stains on my hands as much. Come to think of it, they look like nicotine stains. They're not. I don't even vape. But they look like it. This one's not as good as the other one, but it's still got a bit of colour. I'll try and show that to you. I'm going to try and justify that one because it's not as good as the other one, and the other one we took so much effort to find, so we'll just have to deal with it. This one here is going to be a bit of a mystery bag. This one I don't know. The other two definitely had colour. This one, who knows? Helps to be cut accurately, of course. That's promising. There's some colour. Alright. See if we can get some under here. This is exciting. Come on, you can do this. think so, yeah. Let's go this side. Excellent. Don't know if you'll see it, but it's definitely there. Got a bit of courage to peel that back, to be honest. Okay, so we'll just carve in here. And we'll roll it in. It'll polish up well. Pretty proud of one. What's this here? See? This is tiny little rock that I'm just going to put these little circular those two. That's very nice. Let's have a look at what we've got here. Scrap that one off the ground. So just try this one first because it's a little bit cool. That's psychedelic even. Are you joking? It cracked. Oh well. That's what's left. Oh well. We've got another bit of it though. Let's give that one a shot. A bit bigger too. Disintegrated. Oh well. Win some, you lose some. Can't win more. don't want to freak the owl out. There's a jump spider under here. One of my favourite things ever is finding out what's underneath the exterior. case you're interested, this is a lightning ridge black opal. That's why I'm investing a bit of time in it, even though it's not necessarily going to give me any result. Just so you can understand a little bit to do with black opal, you can see there's actually a blue skin on the top here, and when you crack it open you get that black underneath. That's very common. And there's also, you can see that in other chemical and biological systems too, not just in opals. It's a fairly standard trope as far as material development is concerned. Here we go. I think we've got something here. This one will be the... I actually cut it through. Just checking to see that. I thought I saw some red, so we'll have a bit of a look. Yeah, there's just the tiniest amount of red here. You can just see it every now and then flashing. So let's try and bring that out. I'm not sure I can, but we'll give it a shot. Interesting. Okay. Bit of a picture stone style quality, isn't it? There's a bit of green on the end here. You can see there's actually a bit of... it's not cracking, it's webbing. But the difference between cracking and webbing, not much. Webbing's just had time to opal fill for a while. Cracking is, well, a crack with no opal fill in it. But that's where the red's coming from as well, because a crack is usually red, but if it fills in with opal, it can still be red and be a result of the crack. That's why I don't necessarily think that the only mechanism that causes opals to glow is spheres. I think that cracks also have something to do with it. No one's prepared to say that because, well, that's not very glamorous, is it? So there, it's got a little bit of red in it. Quite like that. It's a marquee cut. So let's see what we can do with the rest of it. That was this piece here that was sliced off. So I'll just have a quick look. We'll just smooth it out and see what it looks like. Get back here. Thank you. I think the red came from that side, so just keep an eye out. Don't know which orientation either. I think like that. We'll see. There's something. All right. Let's try that. Observe it just in case there is some colour. That was a very messy cut. Don't like it at all. But hey, it's what you have to work with. Not everything's a stunning success, I'm afraid. Hello there, how you doing? Ah, stratagems. I've discovered that I need glasses. I have to go back in because it's getting harder to read the comments. Oh, what's that? Okay. 5 seconds. Is it? Okay, that's that. Rightio. Let's poke that in. Poke that in. World first. There we go. I mean, it's not world first poking it in, obviously, because that happens all the time. But world first that's actually happened at all. May even give it a bit of a twisty poo. Okay, that's filler media from a from computers. Anyway, let's see if that is good enough. Yep, we've got a bit of red here, which is kind of cool. Before you lose all confidence with the original piece, let's have a look and see where that red comes from. So that part there. Simultaneously challenging and exciting to actually have a target here. Just seeing if it works out. There we are. Well, sore hand. Just having a quick look and seeing. Well, sorry about the Celine Dion effect. Good at picking up the resolution of dishpan hands, terrible at drills. Oh well. You'll see in the morning they'll be ready in that, which is kind of cool. At least I carved it into a nice cab shape. Let's have a look at this guy. We're starting to look, see if we can find that magnum opal. With a few candidates, I might actually stop with this one just to have a look. It'd be a juice of a joke if this starts to become a good one though. Let's just quickly get this side off. Just cut across here. And angle it away ever so slightly. Oh, there we go. I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, so let's have a look. Not bad. I think there's something just there. I don't know for sure. We'll just quickly carve this away, see if we've got something, and then we'll move on because time's getting away from us. Alright, well, it either is going to happen or it's not. Oops, sudden gust of gravity. Okay, so I just saw the tiniest hint of red, and I also previously saw green. So this is, I think it's going to be a sun flash. So I'm going to finish with the cutting because, believe it or not, this stone is actually ready to be polished. Yeah, I can see just hints of, I can see just hints of colour on this. It's just very subtle. I doubt you'll see it on the camera. I can barely see it with my eyes, so the camera's got no hope. Nice big stone. Now, if you ever hear someone say, oh, you can't cut a big stone on a little wheel, well, you've seen evidence to the contrary. You most certainly can. I'm doing just having a look here to see if there's something worth cutting. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not going to worry about it. There's a few little ones here. Let's just grab that. Quickly get this one sorted. Not a magnum opal per se, but not a bad little stone. Maybe 0.2 of a carat or something like that. Maybe worth $100 if I do it right. If we do it wrong, not even worth 10 cents. No pressure, of course. Okay, I think that's going beyond my ability to cut, so I'll just put it on a chopstick. And I suppose if you're desperate to watch it happening, yeah, I could do it, but like, it's asking for trouble, so I'd rather not ask for trouble. Trouble just comes to me. This is a piece of crystal opal. We'll see what we can quickly make out of that. We'll leave that one nice and angular. It's not seeming to come to much colour anyway. So, I'll see what I can do with that. Same rock I've been having the same trouble with all night, by the way. So, this one actually becomes a gem. Stoked. If it doesn't, I'm not exactly going to be surprised. Whee! There. That one? No, it's gone into hiding. It's gone into the witness protection program. Trying to find a particular stone. Oh, we'll do this one. Doesn't seem to be producing much after that, so let's just try here and then move on if it's not going to do much. That's a bit of a disappointment because I thought it was going to do something quite nice. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Oh well. I had to fall to live it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. One thing, I don't know why I didn't matter how I did that, man designed this rhyme to explain it 2 times? I don't know. Basically, white and wrapping. What do you expect? not do anything cool. Just having a look. No, not magnum opal. That will come into something nice, but not magnum opal territory, I'm afraid. So that's what I'm looking for at the moment. This one might do it. That's what we're talking about. Here it comes. Looking for that grey patch down here. No, it's pink. Okay, well, I'm going to call it pink, even if it's grey. Don't know what to make of this one. I think I will carve it into a gem because it's that enigmatic. Nice. See if I can get one more. Might be that one. Some might have some special. Oh, yeah, let's see that one. Whoa, this might end in tragedy. Didn't realise it was just nothing but sand there. Uh-oh. Can I rescue it? Can I rescue it? Oh. Very small now. Okay, it's very thin but rescued. Can't be a magnum opal like that, though, can it? Let's just quickly have a quick look at this one. As a matter of fact, what I'll do... Oh, okay. Just having a look at what to do with it. I will cut it across here. Just across here. I have a suspicion that if I do that, I'll be able to preserve 2 opals because I think it's cracked. Alright, let's have a look. Maybe. Oh, another light. Thank you, whoever did that. Is that red or isn't it? It looks like a bit of a grey clay. See what happens. Oh yeah. It's nice. So it's got a bit of gem quality to it, but it is more picture stone than gem. But that's alright. That's alright. Okay, at the moment I'm going to call it a picture stone, but it's got a little bit of colour on it. So if that colour actually resolves, it's about 2 or 3 carats, so not bad. Got that piece left. No, I'm not going to do that. Not going to do that, not tonight. There's another one should be floating around somewhere. Oh well, too bad, so bad. Okay, I'll just do this one then. Hopefully this one will have a nice red to it. Emphasis on hopefully. This is a very speculative opal. It's Kunkiti stone. Probably shell opal. Please don't be plesiosaur. Or even bentonite for that matter. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now that bit of dirt in the middle is actually a good sign. Usually that's somewhat synonymous with the colours, except that sometimes they go really deep and they ruin the colour as well as the colour. So I'm preparing an exit strategy by actually carving the other side. But let's try and be decisive surgical about it, see if we can get rid of it. Let's try that. Probably better off just carving it off. Well, that wasn't as fun as I expected it to be, but oh well. Had some pretty good ones today. Can't complain. But I did expect a nice red hue out of that one. Oh well, Celine Dion effect has happened anyway. Well, towards the end, the water came into my jumper, so I'm now as sopping wet as always. How annoying. Let's go say hello and goodbye to the birds. Quite frankly, on my own problem. Hello, Loki. I know. Wet. Hang on. I'm just going to take my jacket off. It's just wet. Alright. There it goes. There we go. Don't worry, nothing bad. Okay. Loki! Don't know if you can see Max in the background there, being thoroughly jealous. Oops, sorry. How many people have seen behind a cockatoo's crest, huh? That's what it looks like. Little flap of skin there. Some pin feathers here. If you want to go for a quick flow, you can, okay? Haven't been out all day, so you probably need it. So this session might end with Max flying around like a crazed loon. We'll let him. It's not great to do it so late at night, but he's been cooped up, so I think it's well worth it. Just got to make sure he doesn't go straight to Loki and harass her. Because in this household, consent matters. Do you want me to close the cage? Yeah, sorry. Sorry about the jump scare, guys. What happens if you hit a pin feather, he might get a bit aggro. It's like, you know, I don't know, squeezing his ear or something. So it might hurt a bit. Is that better? Yeah, you can get out. Come on. Alright. So, yeah, Pony's here. And look, Pony's just laid an egg. There it is. Come here, Pony. Oh, careful, you're breaking your leg. Breaking your leg, laid an egg. Broken your leg and laid an egg. Ding. And there she is. Hello. All right. Well, with that, oh, what's wrong with you, Max? Everyone's a bit tired, I think. I'll just close the door. I'll give you a fly tomorrow, okay? It'll be all right. It'll be fine. Flip around. See Max in all of his glory. Flip around. There we go. All right. So, Max, do you have any final words for everybody? Thought so. All right. Well, that's Max out. Like and subscribe on the way out if you enjoyed what you saw. If not, you're free to make up your own mind on what to do then. But, oh yes, I know. There we go. There we go. But can you say no to this face? No, 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 no. Manipulation. What can I say? Anyway, have a lovely evening, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the opals. I hope you enjoyed the birds. See you all round. Dr. Phil out.